First here, Bitcoin investment giant Grayscale debuts ETF in Europe. Crypto investment giant Grayscale is expanding operations by launching a new crypto-linked exchange-traded fund, or ETF, in Europe. The company, which has been around since 2013, is best known for its Bitcoin investment trust, BIT, the first and most successful product of its kind. On Monday, Grayscale announced its first European ETF called the Grayscale Future of Finance UCITS ETF. A spokesperson told Cointelegraph that the ETF will begin trading on Tuesday. The new investment product is being listed on major European stock exchanges, including the London Stock Exchange, Borsa Italiana, as well as Deutsche Börse's electronic trading platform Terra. Listed under the ticker symbol GFOF, the ETF will also be passported for sale across Europe. The ETF includes companies that are directly involved in cryptocurrency mining, energy management, and other activities in the digital asset ecosystem. The fund tracks firms like Robinhood, PayPal, Block, Coinbase, Canon, and others who are crypto-friendly. There is now a way for European investors to gain exposure to the companies that are changing the global financial system, thanks to Grayscale's GFOF UCITS ETF. David Laval, the global head of ETFs at Grayscale, said this new product will help investors capitalize on the growth of the fintech sector. Grayscale has partnered with Han ETF, a white label issuer in Europe, to create a new investment product. This issuer is known for its work on blockchain ETFs with companies like ETC Group. A spokesperson for Grayscale told Cointelegraph that the new ETF launch is an important milestone both for the company's growth and the digital asset ecosystem. They believe that the most exciting thing about the digital economy is the fact that they're still so early in its development, and that's what drove the creation of GFOF. They see great potential in transformative companies that are embracing or building the future of finance and the global digital economy. Here is a list of the top 10 holdings, the top 10 GFOF holdings from Grayscale, if you're interested in that. Grayscale is one of the world's largest Bitcoin investment companies with $18.3 billion in assets under management. However, amid massive market volatility, GBTC recorded a significant decline, trading at a nearly 31% discount on Friday. Grayscale Investments is gearing up for a legal fight with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission if its Bitcoin spot ETF is denied, CEO Michael Sonnenshein said. The firm has been aggressively pushing its ETF, reportedly trying to persuade the SEC that turning the biggest BTC fund into an ETF would unlock $8 billion for investors. The news comes as more people are investing in crypto and industry-related ETFs. In Q1 2022, investment in crypto ETFs totaled $16.3 billion. So this looks like some good news. We'll see if it gets approved by the SEC, and we will continue to keep you guys updated as soon as we get more information on that. Up next here, the UK Treasury en route to legalizing stablecoins amid Terra's UST crash. The United Kingdom's Department of Treasury, or Her Majesty's Treasury, has reportedly decided to go ahead with regulating stablecoins as legal tender. While welcomed by the crypto community, the decision comes as a surprise due to its proximity to the recent fall of the popular algorithmic stablecoin Terra USD. A local report from The Telegraph highlights the Treasury's intent to regulate stablecoins across Britain. This was revealed during the Queen's speech. During the speech, Prince Charles announced the introductions of new legislation across various sectors, including measures to drive economic growth to improve living standards in the region. He added that a bill will be brought forward to further the government's abilities to tackle illicit finance, reduce economic crime, and help businesses grow. That is from the Economic Crime and Corporate Transparency Bill. Cointelegraph's April 4th report called attention to the United Kingdom's Economic and Finance Ministry, which cited the amendment of its existing regulatory framework for incorporating stablecoins as a means of payment. Here is a tweet out by at HM Treasury, and they just are shouting it out to their followers there. The Terra ecosystem crash has raised red flags among regulators, but the UK Treasury is continuing its course to ensure its financial services industry is technologically innovative. This was stated by Chancellor Rishi Sunak. The Treasury's plan does not involve legalizing algorithmic stablecoins. Instead, they prefer one-to-one fully backed stablecoins like Tether USDT or USD Coin USDC. Legislation to regulate stablecoins will be included in the Financial Services and Markets Bill announced by the Treasury spokesman. The Treasury plans to legalize stablecoins in order to open up growth opportunities and ensure financial stability. This move comes as the UK introduces new financial technologies. It's important to note that the value of Terra's UST coin is tied to a different cryptocurrency. The spokesperson stated that the government has been clear that some stablecoins are not suitable for payment purposes. They share characteristics with unbacked crypto assets, so they're not appropriate for this purpose. We have some more tweets out. Jason Guthrie here in regards to Hester Pierce. Commissioner Hester Pierce of the SEC recently discussed the benefits of room for failure in a regulatory framework for stablecoins. By embracing failures, businesses can learn from their mistakes and improve. This is an important part of the regulatory process and should be encouraged. SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce spoke about the increasing interest in stablecoins among regulators at an online panel. Cointelegraph reported that Pierce urged the SEC to provide exemptions to particular technologies, which would allow for necessary experimentation. Pierce said that they need to allow room for there to be failure because that obviously is part of trying new things. Their framework really does allow for that kind of trial and error. She hopes that they will use it for that purpose. So that is that for that article. We will see. It's pretty interesting. I mean, definitely that the UK is wanting to use stablecoins as legal tender right after the UST depegging, like as they mentioned, but we'll see. I think it's brave of some of these countries to kind of be pioneers for these different types of big crypto movements. So it's pretty exciting, and we'll see how that goes. And up next here, U.S. federal judge approves of Justice Department criminal complaint on using crypto to evade sanctions. The DOJ is considering moving forward with a criminal prosecution case against a U.S. citizen who allegedly violated sanctions through cryptocurrencies. The unidentified individual who was being investigated by the Justice Department allegedly sent more than $10 million in Bitcoin from a US-based crypto exchange to an exchange in a country that currently has sanctions imposed by the United States. This suggests that the individual may have sent the money to Russia, Cuba, North Korea, Syria, or Iran. The U.S. Department of Justice filed a lawsuit against an individual for violating the International Emergency Economic Powers Act and conspiring to defraud the United States. The individual allegedly proudly stated the payments platform could circumvent U.S. sanctions using BTC and knew about sanctions on the country. The U.S.-based crypto exchange had the user's information through Know Your Customer compliance policies. The Department of Justice will prosecute people and businesses that don't comply with Office of Foreign Assets Control regulations, including those related to virtual currency, Magistrate Judge Zia Faruqu said in his opinion. The U.S. Department of the Treasury has issued a statement warning that any transfer of funds to sanctioned entities or countries is prohibited, including transactions involving virtual currency exchanges. The question is no longer whether the virtual currency is here to stay, but instead whether fiat currency regulations will keep pace with payments on the blockchain, according to Faruqu. The Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, is responsible for administering sanctions for the United States. Pretty interesting. Make sure you're always looking into what you're doing with crypto. People think they can get away with things because it's virtual and online and not necessarily, tied to you in some regards, but make sure you're doing things legit that will help all of us in the crypto space. Following Russia's military invading Ukraine, the government office warned U.S. residents not to use digital assets to benefit certain Russia-based entities and individuals. OFAC added Russia-based darknet marketplace Hydra, crypto mining services provider BitRiver, and digital currency exchange Garantex to its list of specially designated nationals, a designation which generally prohibits Americans from doing business with them. So, Something good to note in this space, always make sure you're staying up to date as much as you can with the regulations in your state or country and any other country or location that you're doing business with, because things change all the time. Up next here, MakerDAO price rebounds as DAI holds its peg and investors search for stablecoin security. It's been a tough few weeks for the cryptocurrency market. The price of Bitcoin is nowhere near the estimates of most analysts. Multiple stablecoins lost their peg, and the demise of one of the top decentralized finance platforms sparked an event that resulted in $900 billion vanishing from the total crypto market capitalization. MakerDAO was able to use the collapse of UST to its advantage, gaining renewed attention for DAI, the longest-running decentralized stablecoin. UST's fall has caused investors to explore different stablecoins, and MakerDAO is well positioned to take advantage of this interest. Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView shows that the collapse of Terra Luna price accelerated from May 9th to May 12th. Maker climbed 66.2% from a low of $952 on May 12th to its current value of $1,587. You can see that one-day chart here. DAI holds steady during strong market turbulence. One of the most significant factors giving investors more confidence in the MakerDAO ecosystem is the fact that DAI held its dollar peg during a shaky market that saw a handful of the most popular stablecoins lose their pegs. During the high volatility, the price of DAI oscillated from a low of 0.9961 on May 11th to a high of 1.0046 on May 12th and is currently priced at 0.9994 at the time of writing. Real-world adoption continues here. On May 9th, a MakerDAO vault was utilized in conjunction with the decentralized asset financing protocol Centrifuge to allow the trade finance provider Console Freight to mint DAI that was used to finance the transaction. A non-fungible token that contained the shipment and invoice data was also minted in the process for tracking purposes and to help a record of the transaction. The shipment is also being tracked using Provenance, MasterCard's blockchain traceability solution. They have staked Ether as collateral. Another factor building momentum for MakerDAO is the addition of support for staked Ether as form of collateral on the protocol. They have a picture here, top 5 protocols by total value locked. MakerDAO is claiming the top spot comes after Curve, another popular stablecoin liquidity protocol, saw its TVL fall from $19.32 billion on May 5th to $8.71 billion on May 16th. So there you have that, MakerDAO. If you're interested in getting into that or you're already in, possibly some good news for you. Up next here, California regulator will revisit long-running ban on crypto donations on May 19th. This has been on our radar since last year, said California's Fair Political Practices Commission Communications Director Jay Warenga. A California state regulator may be looking at overturning a ban on cryptocurrency donations to political campaigns, which has been in effect since 2018. According to its May 2022 agenda, California's Fair Political Practices Commission, or FPPC, has scheduled a pre-notice discussion on Thursday on the use of cryptocurrencies campaign contributions in the state. The commission said it will be considering drafting amendments to its regulations requiring that no contribution be made or received in cryptocurrency. In September 2018, the FPPC voted to ban both sending and receiving crypto contributions for political campaigns in the state of California due to concerns that donations might be utilized to circumvent contribution limits and prohibitions or by foreign entities to contribute to campaigns. FPPC's communications director Jay Warenga told Cointelegraph that the commission looks at trends and tries to stay ahead of them, citing a March opinion in which its legal division said a campaign selling non-fungible tokens to raise funds must count the entire amount received as a reportable contribution. So this has been on their radar. They want to look into this, see if this is still a good way to go or if they should reevaluate that. Commissions and other governing bodies in U.S. states are responsible for determining whether to enforce bans on crypto political donations for state and local campaigns. South Carolina's House of Representatives Ethics Committee said in 2018 that the definition of a campaign contribution did not include cryptocurrency, and Colorado capped the amount of donated in crypto to the same levels as fiat. So different states have different regulations, different guidelines that they're utilizing, so Take a look in your state that you're in. If you want to donate to a political campaign, see if you're able to do so in crypto. I'd be curious to know what your state regulation is. And last but not least here, Polygon and others extend helping hand to Terra blockchain projects. Numerous developers have been left in uncertainty in the aftermath of the Terra Luna collapse. These Terra-based projects, which are already under a lot of pressure, may be able to save their communities and projects by migrating to other networks. In a move that is expected to benefit both the Polygon community and Terra projects, Polygon Studio CEO Ryan Wyatt tweeted on Monday that Polygon is working with a number of Terra projects to assist them migrating to the Polygon network. The Polygon community, according to Wyatt, is ready to welcome the developers and communities of these Terra projects. He also stated that Polygon would provide the capital and resources needed to assist them in their migration. Polygon founder Sandeep Nailwal added his 2 cents by detailing the options most suitable for Terra projects. He suggested that Polygon's proof-of-stake chain may be utilized by community projects needing a common chain. Nailwal noted that ZK rollups will be available on the POS network soon. Here's some tweets out about everything. The VeChain team has offered developers in the Terra blockchain up to $30,000 in assistance to migrate. Denko Mancheski, the CEO at Reef, announced that Terra projects seeking a new home may access $200,000 in funding, ready to be deployed for tech onboarding and community support. These efforts are sure to help get many Terra projects back on their feet following last week's event. Do Kwon, the creator of Terra, finally spoke up and offered a recovery plan. The possibility of implementing a hard fork in the Terra blockchain is one of the ideas being considered. However, because there is an overabundance of Luna in the market right now, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao stated that this approach will not work. CZ wrote, regardless of my personal views or the solution chosen in the end, we will always be here to support the community in any way we can. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has also offered his opinion on the issue. Buterin thinks that any repayment plan for Terra should give special consideration to small investors. So take that as you may. Everyone has their own opinion on that, but I think it's cool that Polygon and others are trying to help Terra get back on their feet. I think if Terra UST does recover, I think it would be a big step for crypto and just, help go towards the legitimacy of it even more, that even though there's dips, there's falls in the market, we're able to bounce back. So that is all we have for you today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment on what you want to see in a future video, and we'll see you next time.